Eustriel looks at you and goes, "Yes, I'm marvelous, aren't I? Oh."
And he just looks at her and he looks back at the key, looks at her and like, yeah. What is this little sparkly bit here? Shouldn't you wear it as like some kind of pretty necklace or something?
You must meet my eyes. Oh, yes. Thank you.
What?
My eyes are jewelries.
Darwin's kind of confused, but he's like, you can't wear your eyes as a necklace, ma'am. You need them to see. But you have the most prettiest eyes I've seen prettiest eyes I've ever seen.
She leans forward. Yes, I do have pretty eyes. But let me tell you something.
Yes, ma'am.
You can pluck out the eyes of your enemies and wear them as a necklace.
And like, suddenly he forgets all about the key, but like he's close enough that everybody else sees the key, but like suddenly like it all makes sense and he just forgets about the key and like, yes, necklace.
Young Darwin, please stop flirting with the quest giver. I think it's time for us to go.
Yeah.
Yes, lady. Goodbye, beautiful queen.
Oh, yes, yes. Goodbye, wonderful lizard man.
Come on, Darwin.
Are you guys ready to start?
I'm
As
already
always.
Fresh off a dab, you fucking know it.
Let's do this.
All right, so this is where the party is starting. The village of Oakhurst has been experiencing the sale of a magical healing apple for the past 12 years, once a year, by this goblin tribe. The Oakhurst group has tried to plant seeds. They've tried to find ways to replicate the apple. They've done whatever they could to discover the healing secret of the apple. Every time that it comes into the town, there becomes a bidding war. The apple sells for a high price and people fight over it, and they've never been able to replicate the magic. Solo, you have been the go-between between the goblins and the townsfolk. Now, you haven't been to the Citadel itself, but you would have had contacts with the goblins. And it's closing in on midsummer, which is the time that the apple would be harvested and brought to town. The townsfolk have decided, for their own reasons, to get together a group of people and discover the origin of the apple if possible. You all, for whatever purposes has brought you into this group, have journeyed forth to this place to discover what the secret of the apple is. Now, the path to this place...
Sorry, I'm back.
Oh no, I started without him!
You like scampering up the rocks of whatever tower they're on?
Well, let me... So, I was just saying, Solo is the go-between. You guys are trying to discover the secret of the magic apple, and the townsfolk have employed the group to try to do so, and the group has accepted, for whatever its reasons, and different factions of the city want to get the information of the apple for whatever purpose, to replicate or control, or to try to just take the monopoly out of the goblins' hands, whatever it is. And you have traveled through miles of just wilderness, abandoned roads, and you have come to a huge pit in the ground, and you have descended a rope about 80 feet into the pit to the platform that you're on now. If you look above you, you're looking out of this gigantic hole, and if you look below you, there is a massive building complex that is long abandoned and just waiting for you to discover. So with that, let me ask you who you guys are, and I am going to run down the top of my Discord to the bottom. Solo, who are you? What do we need to know about you?
Solo is a little halfling ranger who has spent quite some time, as his name would indicate, solo. As we're waiting on this platform deciding to go down, Solo probably would have tried to like start up a small little fire and just been like coasting it and then kicking it out as you guys get up. He's got like longish red hair, kind of like a little bit longer than like a 5 o'clock shadow kind of deal. His armor looks like it's mostly made out of like pieces of bark and wood and stuff like that, and he's got some like animal leathers and stuff. He's rocking a short bow, and he's got a really cool dagger that's made out of like on the hilt, it's got like a deer antler on it kind of deal. And he's quiet. He's a pretty quiet person. Sometimes he forgets he's around other people because he is by himself so frequently. And yeah, he kicks out the fire and he starts to make his way up behind everyone else towards the edge.
All right. Next on my list is Baliana.
Baliana is spring Eldrin, who was raised within a small town where working with her grandmother, mainly harvesting whatever they can with herbs and spices, whatever they can do, come draw for an apothecary that may need for medicines. Having heard about the apple and the likely magical properties, Baliana decided to take up this quest and see if she can see if that apple can be, if there's more than one apple on that tree, or if there's any chances of replanting the seed and seeing if there's any more to grow to make an orchard to helping everyone around her.
Okay.
This looks really deep.
And when you would stand on there, it looks like there's about 80 or so feet left to descend to the first platform. Next on the list, real quick, Kunya?
Kinna.
Oh,
Kenna.
good luck. Kenna. Good luck.
Kinna. Kinna is a very proud warrior woman from the tribes, and a place you've never heard of. It doesn't matter where I'm from. All that matters is that I bring glory to the Sky Spear. At which point she holds up a spear that has a little lightning motif on the blade, and then it kind of thrums with energy. You've noticed sometimes that it disappears from her hand and reappears in her hand, but whenever it reappears, it's almost almost an exultation for her. It's like, I have been given the spear again.
All right.
When she looks over the edge, she's just going to look down and say, the Sky Spear falls much greater distances than this.
And last and certainly not least, our newcomer, Darwin. Who is Darwin? What should we know?
Darwin's a lizard folk. Was abandoned by his kind, kicked out at a very young age because he's weaker, slightly faster, and a tiny bit smarter. But not smart enough to be like one of their leaders. He kind of stumbled upon a secret city, which he'll probably end up telling stories about, even though he really shouldn't, where he lived as an urchin for years, comfortably. Eventually, he met one of the local heroes and kind of just decided he didn't want to live in the city anymore. And just left and accidentally stumbled upon everybody and decided, hey, this is going to be cool. I'm going to help. He's kind of cool, laid back, but he's very inexperienced. He knows what he's doing, but he has no clue how to do it. And he has like an emerald fin, moss green scales. Just kind of, he also has a hunch to him. But he's very young, very new. This is his first real adventure outside the city, and he doesn't know what he's doing.
And as all good adventures, let's go ahead and start with a perception check. As you look down into the Citadel, and see what we see.
$14.
16.
I got a 7.
All right. Anybody who has got a 10 can see that there are rats rooting around in the rubble. And Solo, the one by you, is going to attempt to bite. So everybody roll initiative.
Right.
Dirty 20.
23.
18 plus 1, that's 19.
Heck
Good.
yeah.
All right. And as
I
always,
got a 10.
that's actually better than the rats. As always,
That's good.
I promise, and I'm sorry, I'm going to mispronounce your characters' names. There's
It's
no
okay.
there's no good way for me to not promise that. Baliena,
Baliana.
Balenciaga.
There you go.
You see these rats begin to move out from the rubble. They look hungry. It looks like they haven't been fed in a long time, and you guys are now on the menu. What do you do?
Let me see if I can try something, guys. I got it. Baliana attempts to cast Speak with Animals.
Okay. So that is that a ritual tag or is that a spell slot?
That's
A spell slot.
that is a spell slot.
Okay. Yeah, it will burn a spell slot, but you can do it.
Yep.
What do you say?
It's all right. Excuse me, friend.
Are you talking to the one close to Solo?
Yep.
He gets back on his hind legs. His nose twitches and he goes, "You speak. Food?"
Darwin is kind of watching from afar, confused by all this.
Do you see the rat kind of wiggling her nose at Baliana? Is it?
Oh, that's a little weird, but okay.
It's okay. We're not here to hurt you. Just don't hurt us.
You're yummy.
I have something that might hold you over.
All right. Do you give him rations?
Yep.
Okay. Roll an animal handling check with advantage.
Okie dokies. It's okay. We're not here to hurt you.
With a 21, as you hand him the ration, he settles in and he looks like he's a dog sitting down and he just starts eating what you gave him. And he looks at you and he says, "You may pass." But
Thank you.
you see the other two rats start to close in on you, which they will do on their turn.
Oh, boys. Maybe try telling your friends not to hurt us?
He is just eating away. Solo. Oh, go ahead.
Go right ahead. I look at the others. Maybe we should try giving them some more food. They're just hungry.
Solo, food has been recommended. You're next to act. Hippie.
Sorry, I was muted.
I know that. Good.
He's gonna look down at his at his 2 rations. He's gonna pull a couple rations out of his bag and look down and look back up at Baliana. You know I wanted to eat these, right?
We'll find more later.
No. That's first breakfast. And that's second breakfast. And you're making me get rid of them. And Solo's gonna kind of wave his arms out like a bird, just really quick, try to waft the smells over to both of the rats, and then throw them off over here.
You're okay. So you're throwing the rations.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and do just a dex check.
I mean, that's a 12.
Oh, you don't need.
Could be better.
You don't need
That's
a
a
huge
ranger.
roll. So you throw them about here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can throw.
And
You
then
can
the
throw
other
them with
one
the 12 there.
probably. The other one would probably be a little bit more like over there. Oh god, that's a big old ping. I didn't think. Whoops.
The ration covers the entire mountaintop.
Like that.
Okay. All right. Do me a favor. Make an animal handling check with advantage as well.
That's gonna be 17.
Okay. We will see if they go towards the food on their turn. Solo. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna turn around to Bailey on it and hold out my hand and be like, I'd like a ration, please. And I'm gonna end my turn.
All right, Darwin, so you see the one rat eating, and food has been thrown in a couple directions. It is your turn. What would you like to do?
Darwin kind of yells across the room like, "Hey, do you guys got any food? I kind of didn't pack anything."
So I was gonna shake his hands and be like, don't worry about it.
Should I kick the cute little guy or
No.
kind of big, but he's adorable. I got a pet mouse in my pocket.
Don't hurt him, please.
So the
Well,
be like, well, if you won't,
you talk to it. Can I try to talk to it? I mean, I don't know magic like you do, but maybe if I'm just very nice to it, it will understand.
What would you like to try to say to it?
Hey, buddy. I used to live with a creature just like you back in town. I know what you guys are all about. I know you're just trying to survive. I'm trying to do the same thing. I don't want to hurt you, and I know you probably hurt me back if I even tried to. So, could we just possibly be friends?
Go ahead and make an animal handling check straight, no advantage, and because you're not offering it food or anything, and see what you get.
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh no!
He does not seem hostile, at least he does not seem more hostile than he did a moment ago. At the same time, your overture of friendship does not seem to sink in.
All right. That's good. Darwin just kind of looks at the guy, not sure what to do, not looking at the others, trying to think of something, but he's got nothing. And
Okay.
he puts his hand on his sword, but he doesn't pull it. And he keeps a calm demeanor so it doesn't upset anything.
That's fair. All right. Kenya, like the country?
Kenna.
you know.
Although if you say Canada, I'll accept it.
I said Kenya, but Canada works.
oh,
Either way.
oh.
Look, they're essentially the same. Kenna's gonna look around at you guys feeding the rats, and she is very perplexed. Are we not seeking glory here?
I like
Kenna is not going to offer any rats any rations. She is readying an action to throw a spear if a rat attacks anyone in range.
Okay. Anything else?
No, she's bothered by the fact that nobody wants glory here.
So the rats go over to the food. Rat B keeps eating. And Rat C goes by you, Darwin, and as he does, You do have a chance for an attack of opportunity should you want to take it, but he appears to be going for the food.
I'm gonna keep my hand on my sword, but I'm not gonna do anything just yet.
Okay, then he will head over here. And with that, they seem to have lost interest in you as long as the food is there. And it will take them at least a few rounds to eat. So you are at least somewhat free to try to descend down the mountain through the steps if you should so choose.
Solo's gonna look at Kenna and be like, you know, if we go down those stairs, there's glory, but there's also glory if you give me a ration.
How does giving you a ration bring glory to the Sky Spear?
Well, my ration, the one that I threw over there, I was going to eat, helped us get safe passage, so it brought me glory, but I don't care about glory, and you do. So it's pretty much me trading my glory for your ration. And I feel like it's a pretty fair trade.
Darwin just in the corner hearing all of this, looking back and forth, and then looking in his bag, which is just empty.
Kenna's gonna like look up at the sky for a second, like she's, and you can see her hand moving, like she's tracing math in the sky. I don't think there's any glory in a ration trade for the Sky Spear. But she's really confused, but as confused as she is, she, unless nobody else starts moving, she's going to start moving towards the steps.
I follow right behind her.
Solo's not gonna even wait for Kenna to start moving, so it's just gonna start moving.
Darwin just tries to catch up the best he can.
Come along, friend. There is glory at the bottom of these steps. Glory to the Sky Spear.
Yeah, glory to the stick.
I'm not gonna lie, I hope you don't find the apple. Because if you do, then I'm out of a job.
So the group has determined they're going to go down this hole to find glory? Noted.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going down because I'm being paid to guide them.
That was not where I was going with those jokes, but okay.
Sure. Tell yourself
Glory
that.
hole.
All right, I'll pretend that I'm a decent person.
Yeah.
So, as the group descends down the stairs, a fortress emerges from the darkness. The subterranean citadel, though impressive, seems long forgotten. If the lightless windows, cracked crenellations, and leaning towers are any indication, all is quiet, though a cold breeze blows up from below, bringing with it the scent of dust and a faint trace of rot. And I am going to move you all to the platform that it takes you to. Give me 1 second. This is a big map. Everybody falls.
Suddenly Solo felt very unhappy with it to jump.
Everyone take 1d6 emotional damage.
Emotional
Damage.
All right. And as the staircase narrows, what is the marching order below?
Can't really see because the map hasn't changed.
You have to scroll down.
You got to scroll down.
I think Solo said.
Bottom
Oh,
right.
okay. Right.
I think Solo said he was moving before Kenna could really get a start, so he might be in front. But if Kenna's not in front, Kenna is second.
I want to try to get a vibe for this because I know I acted like the middleman, but I don't know much about like the goblins, like happenings and everything. What is my general vibe walking up to this? Is this something I would know about, or is this like something that I'm like completely shook in my boots about?
So, if you're trying to get a vibe of how the goblins operate, roll an insight check. If you're trying to get a vibe about this place in general, you're welcome to roll a history check. The best information has a really high DC.
I guess, like, with my relationship and standing with the goblins as it is this a place I guess they would have let me in on? Or I guess in an insight check, or maybe, like, some kind of, like, stealth or something, I could have, like, overheard information, or, like, but because, like, I know I don't know about the inner workings, so I'm just, like, curious if, like, this is even something I would have even been aware of in my because if I'm more cautious, I'm gonna be in the back. But if I'm more confident, I'm gonna be in the front.
So
The front is where all the glory is.
Feel free to roll an insight or a history check. We'll
I'll roll
see
an
what you
insight
get.
for you. Goddamn. 16.
Okay, with a 16, you know that goblins tend to take over abandoned places and make them their own. They use them to launch raids and do other goblin-y stuff. Whatever this place is probably not of goblin design. It's probably just something they found and began squatting in. So it looks like it could have been an ancient fortress of some kind, but the intricacies of it are unknown to you.
Awesome possum. Thank you so much. With that,
Excuse me.
the intricacies, I'm gonna be a little bit more cautious. So, if anything, I might have started following behind Kenna, but I definitely wouldn't be. Or I would be in the very back. I definitely wouldn't be in the front if this is like new territory to me. Solo would be far too cautious.
All right, with that, I'm going to give you the official rundown. The narrow stairs empty into a small courtyard, apparently the top of what was once a crenellated battlement. The buried citadel has sunk so far into the earth that the battlement is now level with the surrounding floor. That floor stretches away to the north and south, composed of a layer of treacherous, crumbled masonry, which reaches to an unknown depth. To the west looms the surviving structure of what must be the Sunless Citadel. A tower stands on the west side of the courtyard.
I've never seen something like this before.
Kind of reminds me of home, but run down and dark.
It looks like it's been forgotten by time.
Solo's gonna kind of pull his dagger out, just not all the way, but ever so slightly, and be on the ready. And I don't like this. I don't like it at all.
Well, we got this, right? All we do
Yeah, we
is find
got
the
this.
apple.
We do. We absolutely have this. There is no glory to be found at the top of the mountain. And Kenna walks right in.
Plus, we get it to go on an adventure, and then Darwin kind of just runs past and joins Kenna.
Okay, the two in the front, please roll perception checks.
Oh no.
Five.
14.
So the door looks like it could be easily opened. It looks like there could be a lot of various wildlife rummaging around in the debris. You don't see much besides that. There's a lot of debris underfoot, and it's slowing you down quite a bit. So that all counts as difficult terrain right now. And Kenna and Darwin, are you each walking side by side?
I'm kind of next to him, or next to her, but behind.
A phalanx formation. Well done, friend Darwin. You have some skill.
Thanks, I've watched the soldiers for a very long time.
Okay, so with that, so Kenya, since you're in the lead, as you take a step there, the floor below you drops open. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
I refuse, sir.
That is not a good dexterity saving throw. So one, the floor drops. You drop onto the floor. Take Take 1 point of falling damage, and you are surrounded by debris and in a pit. It's almost 10 feet down.
You okay
Miss-
down there?
Miss, are you okay?
I am fine. Sometimes the glory is found at the bottom of the pit. So I had to come down here and look.
Okay.
But I don't think there's any glory down here. Can someone please help me back up?
Sure. I lower my quarterstaff. Here, grab onto this.
Can I climb out of the hole with Bailey Ann's assistance?
You can. As you start climbing out, you notice that there are a couple of goblin skeletons down there.
How fresh do they look?
Roll a survival check.
Better than it should have been. 18.
It's not really that old. So
Oh.
the ones have probably been down there for a week. You do spot one that's currently being fed on by a giant rat. That seems maybe about a couple days.
I believe there may be goblins in residence, friend.
Oh,
Lovely.
good. I love goblins. They're cool. I got some buddies.
I'm not sure you will be able to be friends with these ones.
Well, they can talk, can't they? I can talk. I speak at the Kobold of Dupes.
Maybe we should have the professional handle this.
I don't think they like it when you call their language that. I will say that right now.
Well, I'm not very good at common, but I'm good at gobbledygook. Gobbledygook. And he's just struggling with common, but you can tell that he is bilingual, but he's just not very good at articulating all the time.
I am the same way, friend.
Yeah, the guy who helped raise me, he speaks Goblin Gook perfectly. He's a little bunny man.
Buddy man.
Yeah.
Can I roll a nature check to know what he's talking about by buddy man?
Sure, go ahead.
That's why.
He's talking about a herringon.
Right.
So yeah, you may or may not have heard of them. You've probably at least heard of them.
Oh, well, I know what the name is.
No, that's up to you.
Oh, you mean a Haragon?
Yeah, he was he's a famous charlatan back in town. He helped raise me, and he got a little goblin of his own.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, he's not a very nice guy though.
Do you know a few phrases of goblin-ish?
I know like the basics.
I'm not sure what's the basics for goblin.
Darwin can speak pretty well Goblin. I cannot though.
Although it would be fun to hear you try.
First session, you got to break out an imaginary language. All right, that's much better than I thought we were going to get, friend. I only know nosa, icho, which is Klingon for where is the chocolate? I don't know why I know that.
I just made noises
Again.
that sounded.
Would you guys like to enter the Citadel?
Yes. Ken is going to look over at Solo and indicate the door. Would you like to go first, or shall I have first crack at Glory?
I think that we should take this a little bit slower. But if you want Glory, just know I've got your back.
Darwin
Give you
isn't
a big
paying.
thumbs up.
Darwin isn't paying attention at all and just barges in.
Oh, bloody hell.
All right. Let me reveal the fun parts without revealing too much.
Guys,
I shake the spear in celebration. I like this one. I like him a lot.
guys, I think you should come in here.
What is it?
A dead body or two.
Or four.
Oh, they're
no.
dead. Oh no.
Yeah.
Let me see what might have caused it.
All right, let me give you the official rundown as you enter the area. The circular area is cobbled with cracked granite, upon which sprawl the bodies of 4 goblins, apparently slain in combat. One corpse stands with its back against the western wall, with the spear that killed it still skewering it and holding it upright. 3 wooden doors lead from this area. A hollow tower of loose masonry reaches 30 feet into the air, but the intervening floors and stairs are gone, except for a couple of crumbled ledges.
Can Darwin kind of like do some kind of check to see how they possibly would have died? Like besides the spear guy.
Yes, you can roll a roll a nature check or an investigation check.
Can I roll an investigation check too?
You can roll, anybody that wants to examine the area can roll an investigation, a nature. You roll and I'll tell you what that roll gets.
Okay.
All right, I'm rolling for nature, and it is a 4.
So the fact that they
I know
are
better.
the fact that they are obviously dead, probably survival might have fit better. They've obviously been slain in combat, and they've probably been dead a while. Beyond that, there's not much that you're gonna get with that.
I think that they were fighting over like some food or something, and it just didn't go very well.
I mean, Solo, you've been around goblins more than we have. Have you?
That's a good point.
Is this common of them to kill each other for something as common as food?
I'm not gonna lie. I just kind of go in and I do my business and I get my stuff and I leave. So what
So they
do
kill-
to each other, I never really paid much attention to.
So they killed each other over food. Love it. This is gonna be so good. We're gonna solve a murder.
Solo.
just
No, go ahead, Darwin. Darwin just.
he understands what's going on. He understands the importance, but like you can tell like he doesn't fully grasp it entirely. He's not fully taking it serious.
Okay. Solo, with the 12 perception, you see little bite marks on the dead bodies as well.
Like, what can I do in nature to see what kind of bite marks?
Yes.
I got 14.
Looks like rats. And you've encountered a
Rats.
lot of rats, so
Well,
this place is probably infested with rats.
I am gonna look over at Paleana. Be like, I actually changed my mind. I don't think that they killed each other for food. I think that they may have been potential food for some rats. And I think they might have died fighting said rats. So I think going further, we might.
I don't think rats
Goblin.
use spears.
I think that that's post-modern. Mortem.
It's a more singular term here. I think of like kind of like dogs can also include werewolves and lycanthropes and stuff like that. Just like rats can include were-rats and cougar rats and rats that snitch you out to the government and all the different kinds of sorts like that.
Yeah, I hate that last con.
I do too.
Were rats?
So, I mean, there's a potential possibility that these may not just be regular old rats that attacked us up there. I mean, just imagine it could be like one of those things that the deeper you descend into this, the more wacky and crazy you get, and maybe the rat's like mutated or something. I don't know. I'm just here to provide guidance and get us there and get us back and collect payment and go back and be solo again.
Right.
So
Darwin at this. Oh,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Darwin at this point, he still seems calm, but his fin is like he has a fin mohawk. It kind of is alerted, like up, like he's scared, but he seems calm. It's just his fin is telling a different story.
And Bailiana is just trembling like a leaf.
Solo is saying this so straight faced, it's not facing him at all either.
I like the image of Darwin standing there with his like mohawk just erect.
That is exactly what's going on. He's just like standing there, calm face, but the mohawk's just like, boop. Like you could.
Yep, I know that type of mohawk.
You just heard it pop up like a fan opening or something.
Trust me, I know that type of alert. I have a cockatiel.
That is exactly what I'm going for.
Perfect. I love it.
Okay, so does the group want to do anything with... That's a weird question. With the dead bodies?
I want to search them. See if I
Yeah,
can find
same
you.
here. Same here. I got nothing but my weapons and a mouse.
All right, one investigation check. And a mouse?
While they're rolling DM, Hina wants to go to the one that
Going.
died to a spear,
Okay.
and she will touch the spear. Say, this was a good death.
As you touch the spear, it kind of dislodges from the wall, and the goblin slides down, and there are glowing runes. Does anybody speak Draconic?
No.
Nope.
Then nobody can
I
read
do!
what you do.
Yay!
So
Kenneth speaks Draconic.
it says Ash Ardalin.
Does anyone know anything about someone named Chardalin?
I don't know. My people used to talk in Draconic all the time. I never listened.
20, but it equals out to 18. But would I know anything with that name if I got it now 20?
That is a very interesting question. Is Solo from the area?
Solo wanders. He's very nomadic and like he as his background is, he's a guide, so he knows the area very well. He can guide people safely to and fro.
Probably no specifics outside of there are stories about a dragon named Ashardalin that inhabited the area a long time ago. Just stories, fragments of stories at best.
Our Charlotte?
Glowing.
Is what glowing? Is the rune glowing? Yes.
Yeah, okay. I don't know much. Never been known much to be a thinker, but that has something.
Same here.
That has something to do with the dragon. Real ancient like, and that's all I can tell you. Couldn't tell you anything else. Real spooky shit there. But I'll say we get a move on.
Yeah.
It kills these.
Aren't dragons those people that look like me, but they don't got a tail?
those are dragonborns.
My whole life I thought those were dragons.
No,
Oh,
Then what are dragons?
I was hoping
Big.
to find out today.
And he's like asking this question while he's going through the body's pockets. He rolled a 17. Does he find anything?
It looks like these specific bodies have been looted a long time ago.
Oh, he just has like his fin just droops down, and he just walks over and joins Solo and Bailiana.
All right, do you guys want to take that door?
Yep.
Before they go in, just bursting in, can I peek in?
One stealthy stealth.
One stealthy stealth coming up. That's gonna be a dirty 20.
All right, you slowly open the door. And you see that the path down is a stone hallway with 3 doors. It doesn't look like it's inhabited by anything.
He's gonna push
Hello.
it in and hold his hand out for Kenna and Darwin to go bursting on in. Alright, it is clear for you to seek glory.
All right,
do you
you
want to
go
go first, friend Darwin? I'll go first. I'm happy.
Yeah, you
to.
go first. You're the big boss person.
I
You're gonna
like
get-
this one. I like this one a lot.
Oh, Bailiana, I fear there's a chance we might die today.
I think so too. As
So,
I hand him my ration here.
I would like to, as Kina is moving forward, I am tapping the floor with the butt of my spear as I go. Having fallen in one pit trap, I don't want to fall again, so I am going cautiously.
there is
Bailiana,
wisdom in
real
that.
Quick, real quick, she just gave Solo a ration, and his eyes are gonna get real wide, almost teary, and he's gonna look at the food, take her hand, and thank you so much. And he's just gonna kiss softly on your hand.
Uh,
I will remember this.
Uh,
And he's gonna
thank you.
take the ration away and turn around like it never happened and start walking down the hallway.
Kenna,
Oh, sorry.
no, that's fine. I was gonna say, Kenna, roll an investigation check. Let's go with that. And what were you going to say?
Bailion is extremely flustered as the tips of her hairs start to bloom. Lilies from
Ooh.
the sheer reaction. I think you're welcome.
The flowers are very distracting, so Kina only got a 7 on that investigation check.
Okay, you don't trigger any traps. You don't spot any traps. You don't knock any holes in the floor as you're putting pressure down.
I see 3 doors, my friends.
Right.
There's 4 of us. Maybe we should each peek behind the doors.
Oh, friend Darwin, I desire glory above almost anything. But even I will only open these doors one at a time.
Well, yeah, that's fair point. If we open them all at once and there's all big bad things, he's going to come in here and he's going to get us.
Yes, exactly. There's more glory in opening them one at a time and letting them come face me in single combat.
Darwin's just kind of like nodding intently and like he's like thinking really hard.
I love this duo.
Same here.
Darwin's just an idiot, but he's like, yeah, makes sense. Makes sense, man.
Kina's adopting you. Kina is going to adopt you. Somebody
Darwin-
else who wants an adventure. Yes!
Darwin will 100% accept that. He has no family.
Unless anyone objects, door to the right? Or door to the
No.
north, I should say.
Why not the forward one?
To go to the forward door leaves 2 uncleared rooms behind us. Never leave living enemies behind you if you have a choice.
Oh, that makes sense. Makes sense.
All right, so you go
Once
here.
again, he's just nodding.
Yeah. Yep.
Do you see anything?
I see a room.
Well, be
Darwin's
careful. You don't want.
cautiously half in. He's not quite fully, but he's like cautiously peeking around the corners.
Can I stealthily peek in this door?
You
for
could try.
21?
Nice.
Let me see something real quick. All right, you got a 21, you said?
Yeah.
All right, so you're not opening the door full bare, but as it opens, you can see a pen of some kind and a table.
Can I hear anything?
That would be a perception check.
That one.
You hear the people behind you asking about a room.
Darwin. Darwin.
Yeah, I'm listening. What is it?
You want to go in this room?
I don't know. It looks empty, and normally when stuff's empty, it's not empty.
You kinda.
Do you think there'd be glory?
Yes, I absolutely think there could be glory behind this door.
Maybe we should go in.
That's exactly why I'm telling you guys there's glory behind this door.
Now, just to be very clear, Darwin, you are talking to Solo about the door to the left, and not
I'm
Kidman
talking
about the door
about-
to the north.
Then sure. He's not paying attention. I'm not. He's kind of like in between the two doors now, not sure. Like his head's going back and forth. Like,
This
which one?
imbecile.
Am I sure there's nothing in this room?
You're welcome to roll a perception check.
Could I investigate instead?
You
I
could.
do intend to make a very...
Yeah, if you want to make like a sweep of the room, touch stuff, that's fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you please be careful?
I'm supposed to be good at this, or at least better than bad.
You find what you see, just rocky debris just kind of scattered across the floor.
Darwin's head kind of like pops back towards the other door that Kinna went in, just looking like he's not sure if he should follow.
No, don't bother. This room is an absolute waste of our time.
All right. And then he just kind of gets closer to Solo.
There's stuff in here.
Just real quick, Pollyanna, do you try to open that door?
I'm gonna try to open it carefully.
It is locked.
Darwin kind of hears the click and he kind of just instinctually looks towards it. He's looking at it. He thinks he could do something, but he doesn't do anything. And he just kind of like goes closer to Solo, just like, and puts his head up to the door to see if he can hear anything.
All right, make a perception check.
Alrighty. That is an 18.
It sounds like something or someone is back there scurrying about.
I think there's more mice back here.
You mean rats?
Yeah, the bigger mice, yeah.
Yeah, giant
I hear
rats.
I hear little tippy taps on the other side of this door.
Are you guys speaking quietly, by the way?
Darwin isn't speaking as quiet as he should, but he has lowered his voice.
Baliana is using her voice, lower her voice.
Solo is absolutely trying to speak a little bit much more on the quieter end than some of the other party members are making efforts. So to the point where he's almost got his fingers on the bridge of his nose, and he's just like.
So as the group is making this conversation at the slightly open door, or slightly open then closed door, just everybody make a stealth check so I know how quiet you guys are.
All right.
It's a 6.
17 for me.
Yes.
Ditto.
12,
Yeah.
and it was tempting to choose to fail that.
Okay. Nothing adverse happens as of yet.
Oh. Can Darwin kind of like try to force his head through the crack to see more?
Like a dog would.
Yep, exactly like a dog. He is very animal coded.
With the 17, I'm going to say yes. I'll give you a little
So
bit more of the room.
He has his head like up, like his nose and up to his eyes are just fully in this room.
As one stealths. So,
Yep, very stealthily. Like he's just invisible.
you get like the cha-cha-pop, paws on the door, head around it. So the thing that you see that no one else has seen yet, there is a little, and I mean little, for a humanoid creature that kind of looks scaly. He's got a beak, and he is currently frantically looking for something on a table. If you know what a kobold, if you know what a kobold is, you know what he is. If not, he might look to you. He might look like a baby dragonborn, or a dragon.
Yeah, he Darwin thinks dragonborns are the same thing as dragons. He's just learning that it's different. He thinks this is a baby dragonborn. There's a child in here.
A child?
So I'll say this:
Yeah.
he hasn't seen you yet, but I'm assuming you're going to duck back behind the door instead of just hanging there.
He lingers a bit, but when he speaks, he like goes back into the other room, turns to the others, and then looks back in when he's not talking.
What do you mean there's a kid in there?
It looks like a dragon.
Are you sure it's a child?
It's short, like goblin short. But it got scales like me.
Can I roll a nature check?
It can't be a dragon, it's got a tail. And then he just like starts looking at it.
Dragons have tails.
But dragon people don't.
Yeah, that's dragonborns.
Roll a nature check with disadvantage because you haven't seen him.
Yep.
Yeah, Darwin's just like dumbstruck by the conversation, still trying to grasp what a dragonborn and dragons are.
You do not connect the dots on what he's talking about with the name.
Should we go in the room?
I think we should.
And then
Well,
Darwin,
please.
without even a second thought, just barges in and says, "Hi, my name's Darwin."
So first, let me give you the rest of the room, then the official text, and then we'll see what
Okay.
Meepo does.
Okay. He gets to go ahead, and he's just like, "Okay."
So, crudely executed symbols and glyphs scribed in bright green dye decorate this large and irregularly shaped crumbling chamber. A large pit in the center shows evidence of a recent fire. A metallic cage in the middle of the southern wall contains a gaping hole and stands empty. A small wooden bench draped with green cloth is next to the cage, and several small objects rest on it. A bedroll lies near the wooden bench, and the sound of whimpering comes from inside it. And that whimpering is currently Meepo. And as you hop in, he jumps up and he starts looking around and he goes, "Help! Help! Intruders! Help!"
Darwin's just like, no, it's all right. We're friendlies. We're not wanting to hurt you. I thought you were a kid and needed help. I'm sorry about that. My name's Darwin," and he just like reaches out his hand like as to shake.
Roll a persuasion check.
Alrighty. That will be a 14.
With the 14, he kind of quiets down, but it looks like he's about ready to run somewhere. And that somewhere is away.
Oh, what did you do?
The little guy's scared. I don't know.
Let me handle this. Hi, little one. Baleon paused and just stares at Meepo.
As the second person comes in the room, you can see him get a little more nervous that there are more invaders, and he takes a step back.
He's heading towards the door, folks.
Third person's another step back.
Start knocks.
Whoa, hold on, wait.
Wait, will you come
Wait,
closer?
sir?
I leave the room.
Sir, or ma'am?
Darwin, he looks at you and he goes, I don't even know who you are.
Calm down.
Told you twice.
Calm down. We can talk about this. Talk about this, okay? No need to run, okay? Can we just... We're not here to hurt you. We're just travelers who are a little lost and everything. And may I roll for persuasion?
Roll a persuasion.
That'll be a 15.
Between the two persuasion checks, he's not calm, but he stopped moving backwards.
It's okay. We're not gonna hurt you, okay?
And Darwin kind of just like, he's suddenly like, he's squinting at him, he's thinking, and then he just kind of like starts talking softer. Hey buddy, can you just tell us where we are? We don't want to hurt you, we don't want to bug you. I heard you were crying. I thought you needed help. We can be out of your hair. We just want to know what's going on.
Our great dragon has run away. He's been abducted by the goblins. I'm in trouble because I let him go.
Well, maybe
Great
we can
dragon?
help.
He just
maybe we
starts
can
crying.
help find your dragon. Hey, buddy, is it okay if I come near you? And you can tell me the full story.
He nods. You can see his eyes start watering, and he gives you that very sad, pathetic nod.
Darwin comes up and just like starts comforting, like, tell me about this dragon. Maybe we can help find it for you.
Well, it's the tribe's dragon that I was responsible for, and a bugbear came and took the dragon, and it's with the goblins now. We have to get it back.
I understand how much trouble you were in. I grew up in a tribe before they kicked me out for not quite fitting in, but they won't do that to you as long as you ask us nicely to find your dragon.
Did your tribe have a pet dragon too?
My tribe, and you can see that Darwin's fin starts to like droop a little bit. My tribe didn't really do pets. And he just kind of blankly stares for a second before looking back. But these are my new friends. I don't think I learned their names yet, but they can help find the dragons. They're real deal adventurers. I'm new at this, but they're real deal.
Well, if you go back, you can talk with our leader. She'll inform you. When you do, tell her that I hired you to find the dragon and save Calcrix, and that I'm the
What's
hero.
What's your name, little friend?
I'm
What's
Meepo.
your name, hero buddy?
I'm Meepo.
Meepo the hero
Meepo.
buddy. Gotcha.
Yeah, that's
This
me.
is Meepo. We're helping him out now.
He nods.
Darwin just like yells back to the other three.
Meepo tries to hug you, Darwin, if you let him.
Darwin's a little caught off guard at first, but he lets it happen.
And so, scale to you, he's probably up to your waist.
Yeah, because he's
a shorty.
Darwin is like 6 feet tall, but he's with his hunch, he's like 5'4", almost.
So with that hunch,
5'4",
I imagine you're looking down on his head.
Oh no. Yeah, and Darwin's just gonna comfort him a bit more. So, why don't you folks tell him your names so he can learn your names? I know your names. But tell Mr. Meepo here your names.
Hi, Meepo. I'm Bailiana.
Bailiana, I'm Meepo. It's my pleasure to meet you.
And
Lovely to meet you too.
while everybody's greeting or introducing themselves, Darwin just kind of steps next to Meepo so he can see them.
Gonna be okay. We'll find your tribe's dragon.
Thank you. It's white, and it's big, and it's powerful, and it will bring us power.
Oh.
Like,
Okay.
yeah. And Darwin's just nodding his head again, agreeing. Serious look on his face.
Okay. And if we tell this dragon not to hurt us, they won't hurt us, right?
Roll a perception check.
Like everybody or just her?
22.
Just her, because she's asking the question. As you ask if you could talk the dragon into not hurting you, you see Meepo's face kind of frown, but he doesn't say anything. His expression kind of says, no, you're not going to be able to easily talk the dragon into not hurting you.
Darwin's oblivious to this, but he just kind of like, can we give it a treat or something? Does it lack anything particular to eat?
It likes goblins.
Huh.
Mm,
How heavy is a goblin corpse?
pretty light, I think. At least I think it is.
And Darwin's kind of looking back down towards the hallway, thinking, but he doesn't say anything because he's unsure of himself.
Meepo points back down the hallway he was going to flee down. Our leader, Yustriel, is down that way. She can inform you of everything you need. Remember, Meepo is the hero. Meepo.
All right.
Of course,
and Darwin,
Meepo
with
is the
that-
hero.
Darwin with that just kind of barges down and just says, I'm sent by Meepo the hero.
As you say that, first, let's do the reveal. And as you say you're sent by Meepo the hero, there are several stronger looking kobolds that start coming around the corner.
Oh, no.
Oh,
And A here says, oh God, what has Meepo done now?
listen, he didn't do anything harm.
Yeah, Darwin just kind of takes a step back, thinking that if he says the wrong thing, he don't know what to do. But he just kind of is like, he hired us to help you folks.
Hmm.
They look at each other. They look at you. They look at each other again. They shake their head. And then they motion you to come with them.
Right.
And Darwin just kind of walks in, following.
Bailiana looks nervous. Mhm.
All right. The reveal.
My mouth.
The
My
long
mouth.
hallway. All right. Official text says, a double row of relief carved marble columns march the length of this long, large hallway. The worn carvings depict entwining dragons. And they're leading you down to what is basically a throne with a white-robed kobold, flanked by two other stronger-looking kobolds. And I'm
Yeah, the kobolds.
gonna let you guys line up your tokens however you want. as these ones stop
Darwin-
here.
Darwin kind of goes up, looks at the kobold, squints a bit, and then smiles and bows immediately.
And Bayliana copies Darwin.
She looks at you and she says, "Hello, welcome to the home of kobolds."
Oh,
You have a lovely home, ma'am.
Why, yes, we are in the glory of the great dragons of the past. We are their heirs, of course.
That is awesome to hear, madam. We were brought here. Well, we accidentally stumbled upon your lovely place, and we met Meepo the hero.
Meepo
and-
the hero, and you say hero, you see her frown. Meepo was charged with keeping the tribe's dragon.
Now,
There-
ma'am, please don't be mad at us. We're just the messengers, but he kind of hired us. Well, we don't know how he hired us, like if he's paying or not, but we agreed to help find your dragon, which he may have accidentally lost. Goblins stole your dragon, and we're here to
Yes.
stop the goblins.
Yes, they are. We came here because this place is ours by dragon right, and the goblins believe it's theirs. We do need somebody to kill the goblins.
And then Darwin just kind of steps aside and gestures towards the party and just like, these are adventurers of the world. They can help, and I can help them. And he starts stumbling upon his words, but he's still very confident about it. Just his message is just generally, we can help.
She leans forward, puts both hands on the arms of the chair, and she looks past Baliana, and she sees Solo, and she says, "You seem familiar."
Well, I just have one of those faces, I suppose.
Roll a deception check with advantage.
oh no.
Well, this could be bad or could be good.
Or it could be really funny.
That's gonna be a nat 20. No, it's not.
Let's-
19. Sorry, I thought it was a 9. It got blocked by something I thought. It's a 22 though.
You're good.
She leans back in her chair and she goes, "Yes, you have a face. I'll remember that face. But I'm sorry, you're here to kill the goblins."
No.
And Darwin just starts nodding.
You were saying no, my friend.
We're here for an apple. Some
Yes.
local people in a village said that goblins had an apple that was prized, and they sent us to investigate and try to find said apple.
And then we found you lovely folks.
And now you want us to go do this, and all I want to know is, can we get at least like an apple, or like the magical apple or something before we go off and kill your goblins?
Kobolds
Please.
care nothing about apples. Kill them and eat all of their fruit. There will be much glory and rewards to the ones that kill them.
Thank you.
Did
Your
you
Majesty.
mention glory?
Oh dears.
Yes, much glory to the goblin slayers.
Kinna has
Thank-
been sulking a little bit at the back of the group after apparently the group decided that we didn't want to fight the dragon, because that's not her MO at all. But the mention of glory has perked her back up again. There's glory in the death of the goblins, you say?
Yes, much
Glory for the
glory.
Sky Spear?
There are two
Where
things.
are the goblins?
Oh, well, I'm glad you ask. There is a workaround if you go back through to the cage of our great dragon. There is a door at the top of the room. You can circumvent their defenses and go there. If you're suicidal, You could try this door, she points back behind. That is where most of our conflicts have taken place. We have captured many goblins there.
Darwin's just trying to understand the words, and then he realizes that Tina's gone.
This door, you say?
Yes, but there is a condition, she yells down the hallway.
I think we should listen.
Bring
Tina's
back...
gonna give the biggest sigh. Just like...
Bring back our great white dragon unharmed, and you will be rewarded in song and song. Kobolds will remember.
Darwin goes up and bows again. He's just like, what if the goblins heard it a little bit, and we found the lovely mighty dragon a little hurt?
Our dragon cannot be hurt by goblins or bugbears.
Darwin just nods and goes up, not just mind elsewhere. Just like, okay.
Beliana, Yustriel waves you to come closer to her.
Yes, ma'am?
She whispers in your ear. You don't speak dragon, right? You don't speak Draconic?
Nope.
She says, when you return, and she says something in Draconic. That is the password, so we will know.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but I don't speak Draconic.
There is no substitute for the word. It must be in Draconic, or we will not be certain of your identity.
Right. I think you may have to tell it to somebody else. Though,
She says the word once more and looks at you. Remember it.
Right. I'll tell the others. And we'll make sure your great dragon is safe. It's brought back safe and sound.
She nods at you. Thank you, little one.
Oh, you're welcome. Your Grace.
Yes.
And Beliana hurries back to the others. Please, someone tell me who speaks Draconic again?
I speak Draconic.
Yeah, boss lady read the little thingy.
Okay. Kenya?
Yes.
Kenna. I repeat the dragon.
Let's make this an intelligence saving throw to see how much you remember.
Oh boy. Oh, fuck me with a chainsaw.
Kenya, she just said, fuck me with a chainsaw in Draconic to you as the passcode.
No!
Kenna's gonna step back from behind the pillar and look back at you, Trail, and just nod and give them the thumbs up. Like, that is a great password.
No!
It's remarkably close. It's remarkably close phonetically to Glory to the White Dragon, but that can't be it based on your intonation. I'm so glad you know that it's fuck me with a chainsaw.
We're gonna die.
I'm just glad that Darwin's not going to be the reason for it. At least not yet.
Give it time.
Probably.
Friends, we've been told there's glory beyond this door.
Yeah, and then he just barges through.
Oh.
No.
All right, so let me.
I remember about this journey.
First, it's a tight, narrow corridor, And so at the other end of a 20-foot long corridor is another closed door. So you just barge in. So make a dexterity saving throw.
Alrighty. Nat 20.
You managed to jump back as the entirety of the floor just opens up, and you see iron spikes jutting out all underneath it.
He's completely calm by that. He's just like, well, that could have been bad.
I stick my head in through the door and as you jump back out, and I'm like, oh, maybe not this way.
She did say it would be suicide.
Yeah.
Well, maybe this is what that word means. Certain death.
Yeah.
Makes sense. And he just starts
Seems
nodding and squinting his eyes again.
Solo's gonna look back at Eustrail and be like, excuse me, which way do we go if we don't want to go that way?
She looks at you and she says, "Go back to the goblin pen. Meepo will show you the rest of the way."
Miss?
Yes?
Mind repeating the password again, please?
She looks around and she waves you over. She's not going to yell the password out. Do you go alone?
Can someone come with me?
I got you. I'll come with you.
Thank you, Darwin.
Kenna knows it should be the one that speaks Draconic, so Kenna is going to follow along behind.
Okay, she says something in Draconic, which Kenna, it's the word ticklecorn. Ticklecorn in Draconic is the password.
Darwin just starts.
Bailey had the wrong accent on the end. Oh my goodness, that could have been terrible.
Darwin's just trying to repeat the word over and over again, but he's butchering it more and more each time.
Yes.
Right. That word. Thank you again, Your Majesty.
Baliana, as you're that close to the throne, actually all three of you that approached, make a perception check.
Alrighty.
Because her throne has a dragon head sculpted on top.
I got a 15.
Anybody that gets a 15 or higher can spot that there is a metallic key in the dragon's jaws.
Darwin is will they let Darwin get closer to look at it?
How close do you want to get?
Close enough that he's like squinting at it and like cocking his head looking at it, but like he has his hands away from it.
So the two kobold guards, D&E, are tracking everything you're doing closely, and the other three down the hallway are also watching. Eustriel looks at you and goes, "Yes, I'm marvelous, aren't I?" Oh.
And he just looks at her and just he looks back at the key, looks at her and like, yeah. What is this little sparkly bit here? Shouldn't you wear it as like some kind of pretty necklace or something?
You must mean my eyes. Oh, yes. Thank you.
What?
My eyes are jewelries.
Darwin's kind of confused, but he's like, you can't wear your eyes as a necklace, ma'am. You need them to see. But you have the most prettiest eyes I've seen prettiest eyes I've ever seen.
She leans forward. Yes, I do have pretty eyes. But let me tell you something.
Yes, ma'am?
You can pluck out the eyes of your enemies and wear them as a necklace.
And like, suddenly he forgets all about the key, but like he's close enough that everybody else sees the key. But like, suddenly like it all makes sense and he just forgets about the key and like, yes, necklace.
Young Darwin, please stop flirting with the quest giver. I think it's time for us to go.
Yeah.
Yes, lady. Goodbye, beautiful queen.
Oh, yes, yes. Goodbye, wonderful lizard man.
Come on, Darwin.
Darwin's then just gonna be very upfront once we're out of like Kobold hearing and just being like, I didn't realize I was flirting.
Well, apparently you were, friend.
That's the best time.
Mm.
But like he's very upfront, like he doesn't realize, but he's like he doesn't seem like he's upset by it.
Just for the record, there's absolutely no chance Kenna saw that key. Kenna definitely thinks you were checking out Eustrel.
Solo, as you reach Beepo looks at you. You guys told him I'm the hero, right? I'm the hero? Me, Beepo, hero.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
I announced that we were sent by Meepo the hero, and they weren't too happy. I mean, they weren't upset, but they were kind of. Don't worry, Meepo. We'll clean this all up for you.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry, didn't mean to walk through the wall there.
That's fine.
Darwin just like what?
Kenya glitches into the wall.
It says like
Meepo, we're gonna go to the goblins and get rid of them. You know, and we're gonna slice and dice them.
Yes,
Feed them to your dragon pal. Oh, okay, you get what I'm going at. Okay, following.
Yes, follow me. We have to save Calcrix, the great and powerful white dragon.
Yes, powerful dragon. For the queen lady, for Meepo the hero, and so we can get. I don't know. I think we're here to get bananas.
apples.
Apples and bananas.
No, just apples.
Fruit salad. Yummy, yummy.
Fruit salad. Meepo loves fruit salad.
Huh. Darwin just kind of looks like he remembers the other kobolds saying that they don't care for fruit, so he just looks at Meepo and just nods.
Bring back Meepo some.
Yeah, Meepo the hero.
Yes.
He kind of looking a little bit close, like his face is a little bit too close to Meepo.
Meepo is leaning into you very intensely, like, Meepo the hero. I love the sound.
And they're just both I just imagine they're both nodding their heads, squinting at each other for very different reasons, but they're both just like, yeah.
They both think they're kindred souls, but just like for different reasons entirely.
Darwin's not even sure if Meepo's like a kobold. He's just like, something's not right with the fruit thing. And then Meepo's just like, I'm a hero.
All right, do you guys proceed as Meepo opens the door?
Yes.
Yep.
All right, it takes you down a hallway that bends around and goes to another door. Before you go, Meepo does warn you that there are potentially goblin traps, rats, and swarms of rats. And he looks for a second and he says, I think there's stories about the dead ones in the past still haunting. I think they're rumors, but one can never take chances.
Ghosts?
Darwin's still just nodding like, yeah, dead people.
I doubt ghosts don't really exist.
Yes, dead people don't really exist. Meepo agrees.
Yeah. And then suddenly Meepo wins back over Darwin, just like, yeah.
That presents an interesting question, though. In a world... Oh, sorry, guys.
Go for it.
You're close enough. You can hear what we're saying.
Canada?
Yeah, I'm like,
He muted.
Yep. Womp womp.
I think whatever that was going to be very important, but Meepo.
Yeah.
Oh, I got an idea, Mr. Meepo the hero. How
Meepo?
would you?
Yes.
How would you like to be a real hero and join us?
He looks at you. I could be a hero?
You can be a hero just like my buddies here, and you can be me and you can be heroes for the first time ever.
I
I'm totally
could be a
Yeah,
hero just for one day?
yeah.
We could be heroes just for
we
one
could be
day.
heroes.
Ah,
Yes. And Darwin's kind of doing this to keep an eye on him about the fruit thing, but he kind of likes Meepo.
So, do you say anything about Yustriel saying that you could take Meepo with you?
We have not asked. This is just a thought Darwin came up with on the fly. But Darwin assumes it'd be okay because Meepo lost the dragon.
Go ahead, and anybody that wants to try to convince him can roll a persuasion check. And if you tell him it's to recover the dragon, do it with advantage.
We can get your dragon. Well, that's kind of what I was getting at. Like, you could be a hero, get your dragon. So I'm gonna roll 25.
You know
I
what?
don't know what that is with advantage.
You know how to get your dragon. Get your tribe's dragon back.
Meepo puffs out his chest and kind of wiggles left and right, and you can see him hold a sling, and he goes, "Yes, Meepo will be the hero just for one day. I'm in."
All right, perfect.
We get to have more glory with Meepo's help.
Yes, glory in Meepo. We will save the dragon.
That's really good.
If Meepo brings glory, then Meepo is welcome.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, guys. I had to go rescue my cat for a minute.
What
Understood.
happened? Hey,
Nothing worse. She's just whiny. Please continue.
hey, why don't you come over here and join the rest of us? We just got Meepo to come along with us. He's saying over to Solo.
We have
The
indeed talked
glorious
to
hero
Meepo.
Meepo is welcome to come.
All right, do you guys proceed?
Yes.
All right, you guys can make it down to the end of the hallway. There is really nothing special about this long hallway.
Come on,
Pregnant
Meepo, let's
pause.
go.
All right, now I'm tapping the floor with my spear.
What happened?
The way the DM was talking, like, there's really nothing special about this hallway
There's
as I go
nothing
marching
special.
down it. There's nothing special. You let me know when I hit the trap.
Will do.
Darwin remembers the trap earlier and the one that he almost fell in, so he's following, but not too close.
All right. One. Actually, no. Let's continue on. I wasn't gonna say anything.
All right, let's continue on.
I'm concerned about that.
Don't let an indecisive DM ever make you question anything.
All right, Meepo, do you know what's beyond this door?
Well, if we keep going, there's an empty room there. Then there's a fountain room. And then the rats live further north. And the goblins are on the second door to the left.
Alrighty, so we go to the door to the left, and Darwin's like pointing to the right, thinking it's left.
But you say this room is empty, right? Kenna walks through the door. Well, Kenna tries to open the door first.
The door opens and it goes into an empty room. Meepo walks in and says, "There was a battle here, We've captured goblins here.
Can Darwin look for any type of blood? Because he's still second-guessing Meepo right now.
Yeah, you can do it either an investigation or a perception check, your choice.
Alrighty. And I want to say that I really think Meepo is just innocent. It's just...
Oh, no, that's fine. I question everything.
Alrighty, he rolled a 2. So does he see blood or not?
There are discolorations, but there are a lot of rubble on the ground, just like every other place. So it's not out of the question, but it's hard to say.
So for the red spots, he doesn't think it's blood. He just thinks that it's clay, like natural clay. So he's just like, you guys used a lot of stuff to build this place, didn't they?
Oh, they were great builders here. They worshipped dragons. We are their heirs, Yustriel said.
My people believe that we were once dragons too.
Yes, but you
Our
are
blood's
heirs
cold.
differently.
Yeah, our blood's cold. You guys got nice warm blood.
Yes, much blood.
And
Not
Darwin
enough
just,
of this blood has crossed my spear.
Darwin just starts looking out the room, and they just startled like, oh, okay, yeah, yes, boss lady.
I did look over Solo. We're gonna die here, aren't we?
The parties get hijacked by an idiot, a kobold, and somebody just wanting glory.
All right, does the group proceed on to the next room?
Yep.
Yep.
You open the door. Official text. Dust and odd bits of stony debris and rubble lie scattered on the floor. An ornate fountain is built into the eastern wall. Though cracked and stained, the fountain's overarching carving of a diving dragon retains its beauty. A relief-carved stone door stands on the western wall.
Darwin just kind of looks at the statue. He's admiring it, but he's not quite sure what to make of it.
There is first anybody who's interested in the fountain, roll a perception check.
All right, I'm gonna roll one.
Could I make it a religion check instead to see if they really did worship dragons and what this might be?
You can.
All right, I'm gonna check out the fountain.
For perception, I got
for
a
religion.
natural 20 for perception.
Let's do the perception first. Darwin, you see the most. There's a thin layer of scum that coats the base. Other than that, the fountain is entirely dry. You do find a little bit of worn away inscription and what you could assume easily is draconic. And
Hey, boss lady, could you read this?
I can't, unfortunately.
Probably.
You're not boss lady.
and what was the religion check? 15?
Yeah, 15 for religion.
There does seem to be a lot of reverence and wealth sunken into this sunken citadel that deals with worshiping dragons. Which you would know it's not always a good thing to worship dragons.
Yep, that I know. It's really hard to tell what color a dragon is in marble.
So make a perception check to determine how much of the word away inscription you can read.
Can I get help with that since somebody's pointing it out to me?
You can do so with advantage. 18 is enough.
We'll go with the 18.
18
Man,
is
that.
18 is good.
20, all right, good.
The inscription reads, "Let there be fire."
Ooh.
What does it say?
It says, "Let there be fire."
Oh,
Glorious element. But
I have a question.
I would not touch this fountain.
First, as you say the words on the fountain, you see a red mist start billowing out from the mouth of the dragon. It fully fills up the basin, and it looks like red rolling liquid. And
So
it starts to drip out little bits of red liquid into the fountain.
So Darwin may not know the difference between dragons and dragonborns, but he does know the differences between color. Can he do like some kind of check to see if it's the right color for fire?
You can. So when you say that it's the right color for fire?
Like, does the statue look like the right kind of colored dragon for fire breathing?
Okay, so you're looking at the color of the statue, not necessarily the water.
Yes.
Yes, you can make a nature check, let's say.
Oh man, I really need to get some wisdom checks because that'd be helpful. 16.
It looks like it could be paying homage to a red dragon.
All right, so Darwin doesn't bring it up at all. He just goes along with it.
All right, do you guys just stand near the red billowing smoke and the red liquid filling up bits of the basin?
nope.
Solo's gonna check this. Is this a the thing on the wall here? Is that just like a statue, or what is this?
Carvings on the western door show skeletal dragons, and there is an inscription on the door.
Darwin's kind of distracted and like kind of leaning over the water, tempted to like touch it.
You touch the water. It doesn't have any immediate effect. You could do something with it if you want, but just touching it doesn't seem to do much.
He just like shrugs, splashes it about, and then joins Solo.
Okay. And Solo, what would
Can
you
I
like to do?
investigate this fluid for a second, just before we leave?
The one that Solo just found on the door, or the one from the fountain?
The one from the fountain.
Okay.
What do I think this is? Do I have any way of telling?
Make an Arcana check.
$18.
You look at the liquid in the fountain more so than any in the ruin, and it could be a potion. It could be used as a potion that would let one breathe fire.
And Darwin just touched it.
I'm going to collect a sample of it.
If you have an empty bottle, you can do that.
Do I have an empty bottle?
Honestly, I was thinking of taking some too, but Darwin has literally nothing but weapons and a mouse in his pocket.
There is just enough for one person to collect enough to be used. You could give it to the mouse. Oh, that'd be awesome.
You know what?
Oh, no.
I have a flask of oil. Do I think I could dump the oil out in the corner and refill the flask with the potion?
You can try at least. You dump out.
What do I need to roll to use it?
Nothing.
Okay.
You dump out the oil, it doesn't catch fire.
I dump it out in a corner, not next to the liquid.
Yeah, you absolutely can do that. Add a potion of fire breath to your inventory.
Yeah.
Darwin just kind of like, hey, come on, come join us. Stop playing with the water. I know it's fancy looking, but come on.
Let's get going.
Solo, something else that you notice, there are blasts of cold air from around that door that you're at.
I try to like swipe my fingers like around it, see if I can like find some kind of opening or try to see if there's any way to pry it open. I'm also small, so if there's any like way like I can also squeeze back there.
So first things first. Let me see something. What's your AC?
AC is 15.
Is
Okay.
Meepo in the room with us?
Oh yeah, Meepo's following along. You manage to get out of the way as a big scythe swings down as you try to investigate the door.
And the fin pops straight up.
What pops straight up?
Okay,
My
The fin.
fin.
Oh.
can I see what is that like the skeleton on the thing that did that?
It looks like there's a trap set in the ceiling.
Solo, are you okay?
I am nimble-footed, so I don't set off traps unless that's a new thing that unless it's a new thing they changed with halflings.
Let's see. I don't know if you don't set off any traps, but in either case, this particular trap didn't hit you.
Okay. I'm still not new to the new changes and everything. I'm still not familiar with the new changes, so I know that used to be a thing, but
You're good.
I know that I am small. Is there any way I could try to like see what it was that triggered that?
Roll an investigation check.
Not good with investigation, but well, that's an 8.
No, you can't quite see the specific mechanism, although it's not hard to deduce even with an 8 that it has something to do with contact with the door.
Solo, are you okay?
There's
While
behind there.
while they're talking, can Darwin go ahead and start feeling around?
Feeling around the door?
Yeah. Just because he grew up on the streets, maybe he can see something different, maybe?
Yeah, when you touch the door too, you see that scythe trap trigger, and I'll roll this with disadvantage. So, because you saw that you don't need to, I don't think a 9's gonna hit. You get out of the way as the scythe blade swings down in front of the door.
The frill's kind of shaking a bit, but it's still up. Or the frill's the fin, but it's a frill.
Okay, I think we better leave.
Someone blast this door open.
We should really stop touching the door, friends.
I think we should.
Can you?
Darwin's slowly backing up away from it towards this open, but not going down it.
There's something behind it.
Kenya, do you look at the door?
Yes, I do. Not touching.
So there are draconic ruins on it, and you would be able to see what they spell out. It says, "Rebuke the dead, open the way."
Why are you looking at the door that just tried to kill us?
If I investigate the statue, the skeletal dragon, again without actually touching it, does it look like any of the bones move, or
Without touching the dragon statue?
without touching it? Yeah. Does it look like any parts of it move, or might be a secret lever?
Roll a perception check.
Could it be investigation?
It can be, but investigation almost implies that you're feeling around it. Perception is just
Okay.
looking.
Question.
All right.
What's up, Solo?
7.
You find no levers.
Can
So the sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, you were doing a thing first.
So I'm just going to tell the group. So it says rebuke the dead to open the path forward. I suspect that means we need to smack this dead dragon around a little bit.
Darwin, you can see starting to get close and he's tempted to punch it, but he doesn't do anything. He's like focusing on trying to figure out what rebuke means.
Solo wants to come and like check out this basin, and he doesn't want to like try to grab like a flask full, but he wants to try to grab like a handful, go over to the door and drink it and breathe the fire onto the door.
So Kenya basically took up almost all of the liquid. You could try to scrape up anything, but there's not enough left to activate it. You can ask Kenya for the potion.
Either would you mind drinking that and then breathing whatever it comes out of your mouth onto that, or let me drink it and see if it does anything with the door? Because I feel like it's a bit weird that starts spewing out that liquid, and that says to rebuke the door. Just connection, I don't know. Maybe
Darwin starts listening and hearing that, and he just starts licking his lips, because the last thing he probably drank was rainwater.
I would keep that as a last resort, friend Solo. This is a glorious weapon. Wasting it to open a door seems frivolous.
What?
Should I punch the door?
No.
How did you get the liquid to come out of it in the first place?
I read
Said
the
words.
inscription.
So read
He
the
said
inscription
word.
again.
If I read the inscription again, I will read it again.
You do. This time, nothing happens.
Can I read it aloud?
Yes, but
I will give you the proper pronunciation. Repeat after me.
This has Army of the
Dragon.
Verata. Necktie.
Nicto.
Klaatu. Veracity.
Platoon.
Nicholas.
Piccolo. Zumba. And Darwin's trying his best to also say it, but he's not doing well.
Yeah, essentially, I'm just trying to see if it only works once per like voice activation.
Meepo,
So
can you
Meep-
try for us?
Meepo's just looking at everybody. First, anybody that wants to try, please make an intelligence check.
Oh no! Just intelligence in general.
Yeah. Languages tend to
yeah.
fall under intelligence.
Zero.
You forget common, but
No.
He starts just like his tongue sticks out of his mouth, and he starts going that.
Meepo goes over, and Solo first. Nothing happens when you say whatever it is you say. Solo, he's not the worst student that you could imagine, but he's got a long way to go before he's speaking Draconic. And Meepo says something, and nothing happens at the fountain.
Can Darwin talk again?
Yes, Darwin can talk.
Darwin's just like, Meepo, could you seem like you're pretty light. Could you just possibly hop on my backpack? You wouldn't have to walk. I just feel like it'd be easy to keep track of you. Make sure you don't fall in no traps.
Ooh, make a persuasion check at disadvantage. Meepo gets this
Oh,
look
no.
on his face.
Persuasion. It's 15. I don't know what that would be with disadvantage though.
Disadvantage is you roll it twice, you take the lowest one. So roll another
Alright,
one.
then- Please be good. Nope. It's 11.
So he
Take
looks at you, and you can see the little bit of offense on his face. And he pulls out a sling and he starts swinging it around, and he goes, "Meepo is a warrior too. On your back, insulted. Meepo is insulted."
Darwin just like squinting and nodding. But I could be your steed.
You could be my huckleberry.
Yes,
No,
but I still could be called Darwin.
Meepo will walk. Meepo is
Okay.
strong.
All right, and then Darwin kind of flexes, like, we're strong together, Hero Meepo.
Meepo flexes with you. Do you guys want to try anything else on this door?
Yeah, Kenneth's gonna go tell it off.
I still want to punch it, but I don't think that's going to do anything good for me.
Okay.
In fact, Kino walks up to the skeleton on the door and says, "You know what, skeleton dragon? Fuck you."
Darwin
you
picks
feel
up
the
what he's doing,
cold.
just like, I rebuke you!
So it said rebuke the dead, not rebuke the door.
Darwin still doesn't know what's going on.
Rebuke the dead, open the way. Not yell
That
at
was
the
just
door,
fine.
open today.
Darwin's just following Kenneth's lead.
Can I try praying?
Rebuke the dead.
Uh,
Rebuke the dead.
You can do a religion check.
Can Darwin spit on the skull of the skeleton, like, as a form of disrespect? Not that he means to, he's just kind of upset at the door.
So 16, nothing happens when you pray, but you feel the icy cold blast come off of it. Darwin, make a dexterity check real quick.
3.
You spit on the floor. You don't even come close to the door.
Darwin's chin just kind of pops down for a second. He's like, "Ah," like you could see his disappointment. And he just runs up to the door and punches it.
Okay, so you run up to the door and punch it. You see a big thing swing down. 19 hits. And you take
Please, not be bad.
3 points of slashing damage as that scythe hits into your shoulder. And you remember that it's there.
Ow! And then, like, instinctually, he just puts his, let's see, what is it called? He puts his hand on his own shoulder, and he uses lay on hands.
Yeah, you would have 5. You'd have 5 points to lay on hands as a level 1 paladin. Meepo taps you on the shoulder and says, "We don't touch that door."
Good
Okay.
told a soldier.
All right, which door should we
I'm at
touch?
12, but I used up one of my laying hands.
So you have 2 points left. On your character sheet, you should be able to track it under features and traits.
Features and traits, gotcha. Okay. Give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it says I have like 4 more uses.
Mm-hmm.
So using lay on hands is a bonus action. That's not usages, that's how many healing points that you have. So you would mark off 3 if you're using all 3, and you would have 2 left.
Alright, makes sense. Thank you.
Meepo walks up this way and he points to his left and he says, "Goblins are this way, rats are that way."
Thank you. Thank you, Meepo.
You know what? Make Kenya, as you're there, everybody make a perception check to look down this long hallway.
This is always fun.
6.
19.
13.
Are we rolling initiative? No, perception.
Perception.
I really hope we're not rolling initiative, because
Beliana, you're the only one that sees there is a second dragon fountain at the end of the way.
Hey, look at that.
look at what?
This way.
But that's the way of the rats. We're supposed to be getting the goblin.
But there's another fountain over this way. Come on.
Meepo,
with the weird liquids.
Meepo follows along.
Oops. Darwin also follows.
Yep.
All right, so First things first, that blue square is a triggered pit trap that's stuck open. That's there for everybody to see.
You think I could jump over this?
So there are cells to your left and right. The section of the hallway contains 6 doors, all slightly ajar. The area smells musky. Everybody position themselves as they would be going down that hallway, so I know.
Darwin, let me try.
Alrighty, yeah, I was about to say, do you want Darwin first or second? Because he's in the lead, but I don't know if he's the lead.
I mean, if he's faster than Beliana, then yep.
What's your speed?
30 feet of movement.
We're about the same. By
We
about,
just
I mean,
race
yeah.
each other, that's all.
Yeah, so we're close to the same place, but Darwin's a little bit farther ahead.
Okay, is everybody in the order that they would be going down the hallway?
Yep.
All right, I have to add Meepo to this. But
Meepo!
three rats spring out of you. So I need everybody to roll initiative.
God damn it. 3.
13.
Let me get that taken care of. $12.
Okay, 12. Kenny, you got a 3. Darwin got a 13. Solo, you got 19. And Solo, you are the first to go as you hear little giant rats scrippering about in the cells.
I'm going to immediately knock an arrow into my short bow, and I'm gonna ready an action for the first sight of any kind of rat or anything coming out and attacking. And I'm going to end my turn.
All right, Meepo takes up a position here, and he pulls out his sling, and he throws a rock into the first cell, which bangs off the wall. Darwin.
Alrighty, so Darwin he's gonna go in with his scimitar, like he pulls out his scimitar. He's like proficient or something in it, or master, I think, mastery. So he can nick with it, and the description of that is when you make an extra attack the light property. Can you do that? Because either way, I want to attack him with the scimitar, but if I can, I want to use this as well. I can't hear you guys right now.
I
I
speak.
can hear you, but I don't hear anybody else.
That's because I'm
Okay.
on mute.
Oh, all right.
Everybody.
So Meepo went. I don't know if people heard that. Meepo went and
Nope.
failed.
With that.
Meepo went and failed.
Oh,
He threw a rock in against the first cell. Darwin, so do you have 2 light weapons by chance?
Darwin has... The only weapons he has is a longbow, which is, I'm pretty sure, is not a light weapon, and then a scimitar.
Okay, so when you have 2 light weapons, you can have 1 in each hand, and you can attack with the main hand for the first one and bring the second one up as a bonus action attack. If you are dual wielding and you have the Nick property as a mastery, you make both of those attacks at once with each hand, and then you still have your bonus action to follow up. So it gives you like 3 little attacks. But you have you have to have 2 light weapons to use that. At least that's how I read it.
I chose not to have his. I chose, like, he was able to have 2 light weapons, but I chose not to have a second one. So he's just gonna go up and attack it with slashing damage.
All right, go ahead and roll to attack.
So that's the hit DC or the damage?
So the hit DC is the +3 that you're going to roll to attack.
All right, then I will do that with the scimitar.
Okay, you need to hit at least a 12. You do not get. So you swing on this rat, and rats are very nimble. He very quickly gets out of the way. And is there anything else you can do?
Give me a second. Am I close enough to bite him?
You would need to use an additional action. Well,
I think it's a bonus action. Hungry Jaws.
If it's a bonus action, then yeah, if you're within 5 feet, you can absolutely do it. Actually, bite says 1 action, but we'll do this. We'll do the scimitar as the light weapon bonus action attack, and we'll do the bite as the main action. So go ahead and bite.
Alrighty. Which is 16.
That hits. So roll damage next. Yep, the 1d6 +1 button.
And that's a 4.
All right. You bite into this thing and you pull out a big chunk of bloody matted fur.
And he just like spits it out and like he's like breathing hard and he's just like showing his teeth. He seems proud of himself, but he's like very serious in the moment.
And in that moment, the rats go next. Do you want to do anything else before the rats go?
Nope, I end my turn.
All right. So that rat that you bit is going to act first and try to bite you back. So 20 to hit, that hits. So you bite him, he bites you. It's a vicious circle of life. Go ahead and take 3 points of damage as the rat returns the favor.
Alrighty. I just took those damages.
The rat jumps over here, tries to bite at Meepo. And what's a kobold's AC? He bites Meepo. Poor Meepo.
Oh no! I feel like Darwin had high hopes and a bit of suspicions about Meepo, and Meepo's gonna die. Not like maybe our 3rd fight if he survives this and the next.
So he does not die outright, but he starts screaming and shaking as the rat has sunk teeth very deep into his chest.
Darwin can Darwin like, without really moving, but like poke his head out and his fin pops up and his eyes just are like worried.
Yeah, you have line of sight to see what happened to Meepo. Meepo is screaming quite loudly bloody murder. And
oh no.
Baliana, you're next to be attacked for a 21.
Ow! That definitely hit.
6 points of damage.
I did ready an action to attack when these things came out.
You did. Do you want to attack A or B?
Let's go and attack. Hold on a second. I got 20 feet. I think A is a little too close. Let's shoot for B.
Okay.
Wait, which one came out first?
A came out first and then B.
Okay.
And I've got C cornered in a room.
I'm gonna. Yeah, try to shoot at disadvantage with my short bow at A.
You're not right next to him, so it wouldn't be at disadvantage. He's in your normal short range.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, I'm gonna do that. 8.
8 does not hit.
All right, then that's cool. That was a ready to action, anyways. That wasn't even my action,
that-
so all's good. We can move on.
All right, Baliana. Bailey's. Bailey's
Anna.
and rum.
Anna.
Bailey's
Bailey and rum.
Bailey's and rum.
Good enough.
That wasn't my turn, though, right? That was just my
No,
action.
that was your
block
held.
turn.
That was your held action.
Okay, sweet. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
You're good. Ow. I don't want to do this, but Bailey on it hits rat B next to her.
What's that? Red
Bailey
B.
on it. Yep.
All right.
With her quarterstaff. I'm so sorry. Does a 13 hit?
13 hits.
Alright. Let's see how much damage. Alright. 4 damage.
All right. Anything else?
And bonus action. For my last spell slot, I use Healing Word on Meep.
Okay. How much does he get
On
back?
Meepo. Let's see. 11.
Whew. That's good healing.
Hang in there, Meepo.
Meepo could be the hero.
I believe in you, Meepo!
Meepo just have to hang on. And I end my turn.
Kenna.
All right, flanked by rats here. Are they both out of my range? Like, do I have to step to one? Or are they both in my range?
I would say they're both in your range.
Be careful of Meepo.
Meepo is also in your range.
I'm going to attack Rat C.
Well, Rat C's behind the wall.
Yeah, I have rat seed.
Rat C's here.
A.
Hey, okay.
Yeah, sorry, A. But I'm going to chant a little first as I grab my spear. And it thrums with some sonic energy as I cast Booming Blade. I make a weapon attack as part of it. 18 to hit.
18 hits.
Full damage, 10 points of damage.
That kills this rat outright as your blade booms and splits his skull in two.
Well, he's not going to move and take extra damage, but that's okay. That'll be it for me.
That takes us back to Solo.
Where even is he? Oh, there he is.
Hippie, A is dead, B is injured.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'm gonna go ahead and take
Hiccups.
a shot at A with my bow.
Okay, shot at B with the bow.
For
Eight.
18 to hit.
18 hits.
Awesome possum. Gonna be 6 points of damage.
And as many of the beasts you hunt, it is hit and it keels over. Only one rat remains.
And I have it cornered in a room.
You do have it cornered. Meepo, what's his movement? 30. Meepo comes up to the edge of the trap so he can see it. And he throws a rock at it from the sling, winds up, hits, and does 5 points of damage, killing the rat, ending initiative. As Meepo kills it, he yells, "Meepo is truly the hero!"
Thank you, Meepo.
Yes, thank you.
Darwin kind of just picks up the lump of hair he bit off and hands it to Meepo as like a gift.
Meepo accepts. So, as the party enters into this room, I'll read you the text. The cobblestone floor contains 2 trap doors blocked open by iron spikes. The north wall holds a dry fountain carved with an overarching diving dragon. A faint, rotten stench pervades the room. And that seems like a good space to end it for tonight, as this diving dragon is looking out at all of you.
Good
Beautiful.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I hope it was. I hope you enjoyed that, Darwin.
Yeah,
I
man.
did. Darwin really enjoyed it. I'm surprised that Darwin didn't get us killed. Like, he's a smooth talker, but he's not so smooth at anything else.
Yet. He didn't get us killed yet. That word is always specific.
I will say that there was a moment where Darwin wasn't worried about the party, but he was very worried about Meepo.
So,
Of course, Meepo's a good boy.
Meepo is very, very frail.
Yeah, Darwin kind of picked up at that when the rat bit him in the chest. He screamed bloody murder.
Oh yeah, he was nearly killed outright. Kobolds aren't strong. Kobolds.
I will say this. If Meepo dies, Darwin will be very down for a bit.
And so,
Like-
the way that I typically... The way that
dying, so he'll survive for a little bit.
I was going to say, the way that I typically run pets and allies, or at least pets, is that instead of getting killed outright, unless they're killed outright by damage, they get 1 saving throw that forces the party into action.
All right.
Pets
That's
pets
more
are very
gracious than me.
fragile.
Do you remember Bupito?
Sounds fair.
Do you guys remember Bupito and how quickly I killed him off without giving you guys a chance to save him?
Dear
You
God.
did kill him
I
quickly.
did.
I will say one thing I regret this is not choosing a barbarian. That is
There's
my one
always
regret.
level up.
If
You
want
can always go
barbarian,
back for
you
level
can
up.
take Lucifer. I'm just kidding. Lucifer's fine. Stay away.
I do want to be a barbarian though. I think I might go a different path with level up whenever that may be.
Actually, you guys are leveling up now. You guys can jump to level 2. If you want to retcon and not be a paladin and be a barbarian, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
I will do that, but because I did that and I healed earlier, I'm going to bring my health down by 3 points.
That's fine.
It's
There-
at a
there-
9 now, so actually that it should be. Oh no, it's a 6 right now.
Yeah, that's fine. Go through and do that. If you want, you can play with the healing surges roll, so you guys don't have to worry about somebody being the dedicated healer. Or Bailey's and Rum. Baileyada. If you want to...
Bailiano.
I'm bad at names.
Okay, it's Bailey.
And
Then
Rum.
Anna.
I'm saying, you say Bailey's and Rum just is going to flow out next. It's not meant to be mean, it's just, I'm really bad. Word association with alcoholic stuff is just right there.
I don't drink.
Good, don't start.
Don't start.
I'm old enough to. Maybe no, I'm not.
I
Don't start.
strongly advise against it.
Ditto.
Yeah, I'll change Darwin to a barbarian because I feel like that's going to fit him and his personality a lot more. I wanted spells, but I don't think it's important.
You wanted what?
I wanted to use spells, but like healing stuff, but like it's not really important at all.
Yeah, no, it's however you want your first character to be is really how your first character should be. Make him the most memorable to your
Agreed.
experience.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
I went for like hours just trying to find out something easy to do that I would enjoy. Let's see.
Take it from me. I'm currently working on my own little D&D challenge, as you can see in the chat.
So I will say this. I am learning to play D&D because I am one of probably the few people that wants to be a forever DM. I have this whole world thought up of, and I just need to figure out how to bring it from my stories to D&D.
I say do. Give it a go, man.
Also, if I stop talking, it is because my earbud is dying.
Understandable.
If I stop talking, I've hit the mute button and I don't realize it.
That happens a lot.
It happens a lot.
I think that keeps his stats
All right,
more
guys,
or less.
I'm gonna head out for the night.
Hey,
I too am gonna head out. I
I know his
appreciate
persuasion's down. I'll work on that.
I appreciate you guys. I'll see you next week at the same bat time. Remember, level up.
Same time. Leveling
same
up.
place.
Yeah.
Peace.
Bye, guys.
Cheers.
Hey, have a good night. See y'all next week. Thank you.
Cheers.